I hope you are having a great day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Again, I really apologize. I know I was supposed to have this video up on Sunday, but I just got way too crazy and I could not even think about doing this video just yet. But I'm finally getting to it, so I'm glad and I apologize. I'm super busy all the time with work and soccer, so please bear with me, I promise. So I am still making that program for you guys, the toning and bulking. So I'm going to explain more about that right now. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put together a program. It's going to be a 5-week program for bulking and toning types. So the bulking is if you're trying to gain that muscle, whereas the toning program is going to be if you have that extra belly fat or whatever fat in areas that you don't like. This is going to be a program so you guys can lose that. And it's also include my my tips for eating for both of them. Let's get on with the Q&A because I know you guys have been waiting for it. So I don't know if I should say the names or not, but I'm just going to say the question and then respond. My first question is, do you ever just have a few days where you don't work out and you just kind of fall out of the groove? Of course I do. There are weeks that I go not working out for 3 days straight. And it's because, life gets in the way. If you work, if you go to school like me, if you play a sport, it gets really hectic. So you don't always have time for the gym or to work out or whatever it may be. Or you're just tired and you don't have that motivation anymore. My recommendation is, if you feel that way, don't get down on yourself because everybody goes through that. Just if you're not going to be working out that day or you're just really not feeling yourself, just really try to focus on your eating. Try to snack throughout the day and just watch what you're putting in your body, because if you don't work out those days and you're eating that stuff, you're gonna gain some weight. Just make sure after those days that you're not feeling yourself, go back in the gym and work 10 times harder. And also, don't beat yourself up for it because everybody goes through it. We all go through things that not everybody understands, and it's okay if you don't have that motivation right now, but I promise you it'll come back and you're gonna work harder for it. If you're thinking you're gonna gain the weight back in those 3 days, then no. Unless you're seriously eating a lot in those 3 days, then no. Also too, if you're not gonna be working out that day, if you're just gonna be home, try to at least get up a lot and walk around your house, do something. Try to do that lit cardio. What it is light intensity interval training. So basically that's just any light workouts such as walking, jogging, any movements of your body that helps you burn a little bit of extra calories. Next I have, is it better to gain weight than work out or just working out from the beginning? It all depends on what you're trying to accomplish for your body. So if you have a lot of weight already and you're just trying to lose it, then there's really no point to gain it. Just start from where you are and just, start working hard to lose it. But if you're bulking, then you do have to increase your food intake so you gain that fat so you can replace the fat with muscle. I'm in that phase right now. It's really hard, not even lying, because you have to eat a lot of food and I'm small. I get full really easy, so it's hard for me to bulk. So yeah, just depending on your body type, I recommend just starting from where you are. But the thing with dieting, or if you're trying to lose weight, really try to cut off things day by day. Say one day you're eating your regular fast food that's really not so good for your body. Say you're going one day eating that's normal for you, and the next day you just decide, okay, I'm gonna go on a diet, I'm gonna completely change myself, blah blah blah. Do not do that. do not. Because I promise you that will go away really quick. Because then once you cut off all of that at the same time, you're gonna crave it in days time. Like, it's gonna be really bad. And not eating that way for those amount of days, however long you last, you're gonna eat a lot if you do start eating it again. So it's best if you decide that you're gonna go on a diet, or you decide you're gonna change your working hour, really start off slow by cutting things off day by day, so you get used to not having those things, such as sodas. If you have 5 sodas a day, cut it down to 4 sodas, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then try to look for sodas that are healthier, like things with no calories, no sugar. Really try to stay away from sugars in drinks, because those sugars are so unnecessary and they're so high for no reason, where you can find a 0-calorie drink that's like the same thing. For me personally, I love water. I cut out soda and juices, everything, about 7 years ago, and I swear I have a lot more energy drinking water, and I just feel cleaner. My skin is nicer. My body looks better just from cutting out drinks, which is crazy. So yeah, and I promise you, if you cut those out, you'll notice a huge difference as time goes on, because those sugars add up. If I ever do want a drink that's not water, such as energy drink, I've been drinking a lot of those lately. I'll get a Monster or a Bang that has 0 calories, 0 sugars. And then it's like, I feel like I'm not drinking my weight, basically. So just really try to cut things off day by day. And when it comes to food, try to cut off your food intake, what you eat. So say normally you go to McDonald's every morning, you get a cheeseburger. Just really try to, the next day, if you start to diet, say instead you get a parfait instead of that cheeseburger. And then the next day you just have a smoothie. Just like slowly cut off things, and then eventually you won't go to McDonald's anymore, because you'll find better things at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. They have really good things that you can sub out for better nutrition value than what you're eating, and it's basically like the same. It's just a little bit healthier, and it might taste weird to you at first, but you get used to it, I promise. And it tastes really good. So my next question is, what is your favorite food? I love food. I love any type of food. I guess you would say my favorite home-cooked meal would be beef and broccoli that my mom makes, and you put it with rice. So good. So I think that would be my favorite home-cooked meal, but as far as food is in general, I'm very open-minded. I love food, so I love everything. I don't know, I don't have a favorite. Do you ever plan on having a gym partner? I think it would be nice to have a gym partner. I've had gym partners before, and it was cool, like, don't get me wrong. I personally feel that even though there are benefits to having a gym partner, such as they can push you to work harder, and it's just good company. Sometimes you don't like to work out alone, and it just motivates you even more. But for me personally, I think it's better for me to go alone, because I know how I can push myself when I need to push myself, when I need to stop. And I feel like having a gym partner can either push you, or you're not working out as hard as you usually do. I just feel like for me, I can push myself harder if I work alone. And it's just easier for me, time being, schedule conflicts and all that. Because I don't have a set schedule for when I go to the gym. I just go whenever I'm free, because my schedule is crazy. And the last few questions is, what is the best way to lose belly fat? Best way to lose belly fat is definitely nutrition. So like I said, cut off those things, try to eat a lot healthier, find those substitutes. Also, watching what you're drinking. So cut out all those sugary drinks, start drinking water. Promise you, you'll see a difference. See it in your skin, your attitude, and your body. Reminder, if your pee is like a dark yellow, then that means you're not drinking enough water. If your pee is a light yellow to a white, then that means you're drinking enough water. So that's how I can kind of tell if I've drinking enough water throughout the day. I think that's a really good tip that you guys should use. And the next question is, what are tips for trying to live a healthier lifestyle? So for me, when I started, I honestly don't really remember how I got into it, because it was during high school when I started playing soccer. I think I just fell in love with working out. I think what people think is that working out and eating healthy is super hard. I mean, yes, it can be for those of you who are not used to it, but if you start trying to sub out those things or trying to eat healthier, it'll get easier. And focus on yourself. I think for healthy lifestyle is a really good answer. Focus on yourself, focus on your body. I think for me, when I started to focus on myself and my body and research, extensive research, not only from YouTubers, but online, reading articles, like all this stuff just helped. So just go on YouTube or watch those fitness channels and whatnot. I think it'll really inspire you to keep pushing, because that's what it does for me. Really try to think about the brighter side. Although it's really hard right now, you're gonna look and feel better. I promise you, you'll be so much more confident. And like I said, if you do have those days where you just aren't feeling yourself, it's okay. Take that time to rebuild and get right back into it right after. But that was all the questions I got. So if you guys have more questions, please feel free to DM me, comment anything. Please let me know what you guys think. I'll probably do another Q&A sometime later, but I still am making that program for you guys. It's gonna take a little while, but I'll get to it. And yeah, thank you guys for being so patient with me, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, please comment, DM me any more questions. It could be about anything, literally. If you know of somebody who's struggling, show them this video and tell them to follow me, because I want to help more people. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.